Today is the 4th of November and I am still using the October update on my S24 Ultra. This is the version AXI8, One UI 6.1 Android version 14 with a security patch from the 1st of October. But we all see the little red dot here and we all know what it means. It means an update. And indeed Samsung are now back with the early updates. So this here will be the November update. And of course it will bring you to the security patch level from the 1st of November. But it's not only this. This is an important update. Let's go through the changelog and I'll explain why. Auto blocker. After this update, when auto blocker is on with maximum restrictions, the USB devices will not be allowed to connect to this device except charging. Which means that if you use the auto blocker function and specifically you set it up to maximum restrictions and you connect the phone to a laptop via a USB-C cable, it's not going to connect, it's only gonna charge. And of course I'm here to test this with you. Also, very important, the device is protected with improved security. After updating, you'll not be able to downgrade to the old software because of updates to the security policy. Which means that Samsung are most probably improving also the version of the bootloader here. So once you go to this update, guys, no, there is no going back. And then they have the standard stuff. And the fun part here is, yes, when you click here to read the changelog, the good old Samsung still nothing here. But at least we do have a proper changelog here. Now guys, let me show you what this thing auto blocker is. Let's see how it will behave right now on the October update. Then I'm going to update to the November and test it again. Once you go inside your settings and you scroll down to security and privacy, there's gonna be something called the auto blocker. Right now my phone is protected. So basically auto blocker is a security tool that can do various things for you, for your phone and keep it protected. How? Well, first, it will block apps from unauthorized sources, which means that if you want to sideload APKs, it's not gonna work that easy. It can also block commands by USB cable. So imagine you hook up your phone to the laptop via the USB-C cable, you wanna run some ADB commands, no chance. Blocks malware images in messaging apps. There has been some exploits with this in the recent past. Block software updates by USB cable, right? So you can either turn it on and off, okay? And by the way, if you want to turn it off, guys, you see, you have to use some credentials. So if I give this to someone else, he's not going to be able to turn this off for me. And this is the standard auto block, but there is something called maximum restrictions. Provides extra strong protection for people who need more security. Some of your phone's features will be restricted, but you know how it works. Let's say more security, less freedom sometimes. More freedom, less security. It's kind of like a trade-off. When you click here, maximum restrictions, and you put it on, guys, right? You have to again agree to turn this on, and then there's going to be the following limitations. Apps turns on app protection. Every app that you install on your phone is going to be checked. We see this also in other websites like the Hyper and etc. Block device admin apps. I use them, by the way, for my work app, so this will not work for me. Samsung Messages, you can see blocks auto downloading attachments. It's going to block hyperlinks in previews. It's going to remove location data when sharing pictures, which I believe is kind of cool. Also, it's going to block the shared albums inside your gallery, and it's going to remove location data when you share all the pictures from the shared albums, which I think is kind of cool. But it doesn't say that when you use this on and you hook it up to your PC or laptop, it's only gonna get charged. And remember, this is one of the new features from this new update. When we use the maximum restrictions, USB devices will not be allowed to connect. Now guys, I've turned on the maximum restrictions. I'm gonna hook up now my phone to my laptop, all right? And now guys, I wanna see if I'm able to still access it. Okay, see, allow access to phone data. I'm gonna click allow, and now I can see my phone storage on the laptop, all right? So we know that even with the maximum restrictions, you know, if you allow it exclusively, you're gonna get access. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm going to resume the download, install it. First thing we're gonna check is this. Then we're gonna be checking the standard stuff like animations and apps opening and closing and the camera shutter speed and etc. And if you're here for the first time and you enjoy content like this, please go and watch more. There are a lot of other videos on Xiaomi, Samsungs, on Google Pixels, on iPhones, on Oppos, on Vivos, you name it. All right, now let's continue. All right, you can now see how the magic is unraveling, how the magic is happening when the update is applied. So this happens. By the way, it's a good time to ask Samsung, when do you think you can implement the system updates to run in the background and don't really require your phone to restart? Because other vendors doing it. No bad intentions, I just want to get things done better for One UI. And now the phone is starting and I am showing you guys this. Usually I'm cutting this out, but I want you to experience what I experience when I update my ROM, because I'm using this phone as a daily driver. I have hundreds of apps and I want you to see how it behaves. So this video is going to be about that. And remember, of course, we're going to be checking some other things. Now let me do my magic. This is the phone booting for the first time. By the way, you can see, no joke. Now, the first thing usually what I'm gonna do, guys, and yep, see, this is now in real time, okay? And I know, yes, I know the phone is still running some things on the background. How do I know this? Well, yes, if you go here in the notifications, there's gonna be finishing system updates. So this here is not the phone being laggy or the phone stutter, it's just the way things are. And remember, these updates most probably also elevates the version of the bootloader, hence the disclaimer that you are not gonna be able to just go back. The best thing to do usually is first wait for this thing to finish. Then what I'm doing, guys, I know it could be a placebo, but I don't think it's gonna hurt. Usually after this thing here, where I have finishing system update, I'm starting my good guardians and I'm using the Galaxy App Booster software update. Your phone has been updated. So now I can click OK, and here you have two options. You can basically optimize all your applications, which you see are 723, it's a lot, or you can only choose to optimize the apps used in the last 30 days. I don't really use 700 apps. I mean, that's crazy, but I guess it's just the way things are. A lot of system things here. I don't really use 700 apps in the last 30 days. Anyway, let me click here, guys, and I want you to see the process, right? So I'm optimizing. Usually what you can also do before this optimization is reboot the phone in the recovery menu and from there delete the cache partition. And you can check this video here, I'm gonna link it there. This is just to make sure that you remove everything that the phone really doesn't need. So now let me fast forward and we're gonna be checking the security settings. And we are there. Your apps have been optimized. I want to click on the software update and check one more time. But this is it, guys. The security patch level, 1st of November, version AXJB. I want to go inside security and privacy and I want to check a few things. The first thing I want to do, I want to click here, updates. Security update is indeed from the 1st of November. So I don't expect to have anything here. But the Google Play System Update is an old one, it's from the 1st of September. And for some reason, the Google System Play updates are not downloaded automatically. So you need to do this manually, then restart your phone. This is very important, okay? Do this all the time. You update your phone over the air, go inside the security and privacy, updates and Google Play System Update. But also what I wanna check is the auto blocker. So the auto blocker, I want to check the version, it's 110028. The previous version with the October update was 110025. So indeed, we do have a new version. Also, I want to click on the maximum restrictions and see. Provides access round protection for people who need more security, so it's still the same. USB, blocks USB connections. Other devices won't be able to connect to your phone using a USB-C cable. This can prevent others from accessing your data if they have physical access to your phone. This was not there before, and now I'm gonna test it by hooking up my laptop to the phone and checking what's gonna happen. So, all right, it starts charging. See, I don't have a message here telling me to allow access to the phone, and I'm also checking my laptop. In the meantime, absolutely no sign of anything. So I'm just gonna disconnect it. Okay, I'm just going to connect it once more. No, absolutely nothing, guys. My laptop is absolutely not mounting the storage, which is kind of cool. Now, what I want to check is what happens when I'm connected and I disable the maximum restrictions, all right? Boom. Wow, yeah. The moment I disable this, it appeared on my laptop. And how will you notice? Okay, I'm gonna reconnect and here, charging. And now, yes, absolutely the same. So I can now access the phone storage to my laptop. What happens when I'm connected and I turn this on? Disconnect USB device. To turn on maximum restrictions, disconnect the USB device and try again. Because the connection has been established. So right now, one more time, absolutely, only charge. Personally, I don't need that level of security for now, so I'm just gonna disable it. And now we're here, guys, let's try to see the smoothness of this update, provided the fact that it just restarted like 5 minutes ago, and I know it's probably going to be very smooth, but nevertheless, let's check some things from the November update. Very smooth so far. Okay, let's also see the rotation, quite smooth. And now let's check this as well. Oh, right. The moment you start in this animation, I think that it falls below the 60 FPS. Now guys, something very important, if you want to test this on your phone and you have developers options, go inside, search for something called refresh rate. What is this? This is going to show you the refresh rate. This is refresh rate from the screen. It's not frames per second. Nevertheless, I just wanted to see how it behaves with the setting on. You see, it's 120 Hz, but I guess the FPS isn't really that high because this animation in the landscape isn't great. Let's do some navigation. All right, here we have the Google Now. And now we have all the apps, absolutely okay. Now let's check here, blur applied nicely. Let's try to clear some notifications. Let's go and check the quick settings. You can also do this from here, directly get to quick settings. Let's go to device control. All seems to be quite smooth. From here, you know, we have two options, either Google Home or use the SmartThings from Samsung. This is the app drawer. Let's try to search for something. Okay, not a problem at all. It seems that it operates quite nicely. And again, I understand the phone has been just restarted. Now guys, let's try to do some folder opening. We are all waiting for One UI 7, where we hope we're gonna get a huge improvement. Now guys, let's go and check recents menu. All right, see a lot of applications. Let's close them all. Now let's open the folder and let's open some applications. All right, that seems to be okay. Let's open X, seems to be okay. Let's open Facebook. Seems to be okay. Okay, now let's also do this here. You know, I have a combo for some things. It's Telegram and the X. All right, not a problem at all. You can zoom in like this. You can make this on the full screen. Of course, then you can just go and get it in a pop-up window. And of course, you can also minimize. This is gonna go here. And now it's minimized. You can put it here. You can open it from here, close it. I really love this feature, and now more and more mobile OSs really have this incorporated. Now guys, let's also try to open the camera. Let me show you my processing settings. It's maximum and also scene optimizer. All right, so let's try to see. Yep, very, very nice, by the way. This is cool, not a problem at all. Let's check the camera opening, closing animation. All right, let me just close everything, start fresh. Yep, seems to be okay. Now let's open Instagram. Why did I enable the refresh rate here, guys? See, the moment I just browse through Instagram, it's kind of cool, but the moment I initiate the viewfinder from any external app or stock app, it's gonna drop to 60 Hz. This is the refresh of the screen. But this transition here isn't the best. One more time, and again, sometimes it works a bit better, specifically the second and the third time, but the first time it could be a bit choppy, and also when you go in and out, it's gonna be like this. So guys, now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go back to security and privacy. I'm gonna click to update, and now I'm going to update the Google Play system because I'm using a version from September. And when you go inside the Android security built-in from Google, you can see that the latest one is indeed from October. Okay, so October 2024. Inside you can get more information about the security patch level, vulnerability details. A lot of the things that are fixed are here with the type of severity. Like for example, these three issues here really have a very high severity, so it's very important that you go and check and do update those things. After the update is installed, we need to restart the phone. I then want to check if there are any other updates, because sometimes you need to do it twice or even more to just go to the very recent version. My Google Play system update is finally from the 1st of October, and I don't think there is a newer version because of what we've seen on the Google Android security bulletin. We can check for update, then you get a message, hey, you are on the latest one. And now, before the end of the video, with no recent apps in the memory, let's do some more animation testing, just because we can. So let's open Telegram, browse, go outside, let's open Viber, all right, outside, let's open Facebook, outside, let's open X, all right, now let's open the dialer, all right, see? I think that this is as good as One UI 6.1 can really get, and One UI 7 should be really very radical. We all hope that we're gonna be getting something totally different from all the leaks that we've seen so far, and a lot of them are most probably fake, but I really hope that not all of them are fake. There are indications that we might end up with non-linear animation, which means that I can just start multiple applications, close them, interrupt them whenever I want, how I want, and then everything finally is going to be smooth once and for all in One UI 7. But we are going to understand if that's going to happen very soon, hopefully with the start of the first beta expected around Christmas. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Stay safe and remember to go and watch some of my other videos. VST over and bye.